You guys allowed in here for $3,200 for PayPal with no explanation of what was supposed to be paid. Why would you allow that?
Well, as I pointed out to you, I didn't do the allowing and disallowing. I didn't do the review of the records.
Okay. Do you know why they would have allowed $3,060 to a woman who, Dina Wheeler, who does meditation studies?
No, I do not. I do not. I don't know what background there was or supplemental material or anything else.
They were recognized as allowed purchases, and they were big ticket items.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can't speak to them. I know that some items have supplemental material that's submitted with it, and they might have had explanations, but I can't speak to those because I didn't conduct that. But we might take a look, but I don't have a good answer for you.
Okay, and the reason I press you on that is that the handbook is clear that you're not supposed to get something, and it gets approved even with supplemental material.
Well, allowed items doesn't mean they're not going to be clawed back. And I know the argument's been posted out there before that if we had to review every last item, it would really hold up the program and hold up parents and actually have them pay out of pocket, and that sort of thing. So I know there's reasons that some might get through, and it doesn't mean that they won't be clawed back later. But I can't speak to the ones you brought up.
As far as, do you think the number of parents is probably the same? That it's 18 to 20% of parents?
I should hope it goes down. I hope it goes down by a lot. When people know that it's being looked at and reviewed and in a consistent and repeatable fashion. So I would hope it goes down.
Okay.
And we don't want 20%, but we hope that some of those mistakes. I think they did try to make a distinction. I can't speak to exactly where the line was drawn between egregious and non, except for how I explained it.
Okay. So,
But I don't quibble with your number of 20% because when you get down to dollars, it's still your estimate of percent of dollars falling into the misspending category or unallowable category is within the range that we estimated. So we had 1.9 plus or minus 1, and you had 1.
Okay.
0.1, well, 1%, which is 0.01.
So if audits are taken at two different times, and we reported there was 20% misspending from this time period.
Not 20% misspending. It was 20% of TINs were identified as having misspent. It's not the amount. It's the number of identified people or families or parents, if you will. Now, if you're asking why didn't it go down further, I think no amount of misspending is worth pursuing, but 1.9% is a high-end estimate of what might be happening, and it doesn't disagree with the numbers that your folks produced.